and what are the different sources of data. So guys, as I told you, there are different sources of the data like images, database, location data, email data, clickstream data, social, HTML, and sensor data. So guys, images data, I mean to say, suppose example, so you are working on a satellite data. So satellite will obviously send you images. So you need to collect those images and convert those images into a tabular format using pixel intensities, using the surrounding intensities and density of the pixels and RGB and the grayscales. So there is a image analytics itself a vast field which help us to analyze the images. So coming to the databases, so as I told you, it is stored in a data tabular format. Coming to the location, so this location data deals with the geographical locations. Email data, which deals with the floating the emails between the customer and the business users. Clickstream data, so this is the data related to the web services. So suppose example, if you go to Amazon website, so besides the product you are seeing, you will get some images for advertisement. So they paste some pop-ups for advertisement. If you click on that advertisement, it will go to some other page. That is called the click streaming data, which they captured as a cookies. Coming to the social data, which deals with the Facebook data, Twitter data, and news group communities and different blogs data. So these are the data which comes under the social media. Coming to the HTML, so these are the backend data which every website collect to extract the user behavior pattern, which get in a form of HTML pages or HTML data. Coming to the sensor data, so guys, sensor data is a newly come up field called IoT, Internet of Things, in which we get the log data or a huge data in a form of sensors data. Like example, every car have their own telematics device in US. So what it will do, it will sense all the data and send that data to the respective tower. So what tower is doing, tower will collect the data with every 5 seconds and stored in their database. So that data is called the sensor data. It means that every IMDb device which is installed in the car senses the data and send that data to the towers. So which we call it as a sensor data. So collectively whole sources of the data, we call it as a big data. And guys, when we process any data science project, we need to collect the data from the different sources, and we collate all the data and store in a single database, which we call it as a master database. And from their master database, we apply the data analysis technique, and then we develop a model on the top of it. Okay, now let us look at the sample data. Okay, so guys, under the if you look at a particular data set, so it has a multiple variables. So all the variables are divided into two types. One is called dependent variable, another one is called independent variables. Now let us understand what is dependent variable. Suppose example, I have a bank client, and he has launched one new scheme. Now he want to understand, out of all the 1 lakh customer database, who is going to accept my loan. Out of all 10 lakh customers, who is going to accept the new loan scheme. Okay, so now the banker will send us a historical data of the clients or customers to process it. Now how the data looks like, the first column will be the customer ID, second column will be the customer age, the third column will be the customer occupation, and the fourth column will be the n number of factors, and the last column will be whether he accepted the loan earlier or not. Because as you know that we are dealing with the historical data, so obviously we need to build a model on the historical data. So in the past data, we need to get the customers who have already accepted the loan and the customers who have not accepted the loan. because that variable which says that whether this customer is accepted the loan or not accepted the loan, will call it as a dependent variable or a target variable. And all other remaining variables which reflects the characteristics of this customer, like age, income, occupation, education history, or credit card spending, these are called the independent variables. The variables which are driving the model to predict a particular value is called the independent variables. The value which I am predicting or classifying is called the dependent variable. So guys, here I have pasted one of the snippet from the actual data. So guys, look at this. The variable which are in the blue colored is called the independent variable, and the variable which are colored in yellow color is called the dependent variable. And here I am predicting the species. With these categories, what is this species? Like example, if the sepal length is 5.1, sepal width is 3.5, if the petal length is 1.4, if the petal width is 0.2, then there is a high chance that this is the Setosa species. So guys, this is called the independent variables, this is called the dependent variable. And guys, in every data set there could be 100 independent variables, but there will be only one dependent variable, because only one thing you are going to predict or classify. But there are multiple factors which help us to predict that dependent variable. So guys, to understand the dependent variables and independent variable on the sample data, so let me just draw a sample data to understand it better. So let me just open the Paint and let me just draw it. So now I have three columns. This says the age of a customer, another one says the occupation of a customer, another one says the income of the customer, and the last one says the loan status, loan. So guys, so these are all my, so 1 2 3, so these are my independent variables. Okay, and this is my the dependent variable. Why? Because the age, occupation and income are my driving factors. It means that if the age is 35, if the occupation is private sector, and if the income is less than $35,000, then there is a high chance that he will accept the loan. So it means that here we are trying to predict the loan, whether he will accept the loan or not accept the loan, accept the loan or not accept the loan. It means that this is my target category. So this is called the dependent variable. It is also called the target variable. It is also called the response variable. And remaining all the factors or variables which are driving the target variable is called the independent variables. Okay, so guys, in any of the problem, in any of the data set, you are going to deal with independent variables and one dependent variable, which we always try to predict. Okay, so guys, hope you guys able to understand the difference between the dependent and the independent variables. And whenever a new data comes in, so we need to first divide the first we need to decide what is our dependent variable, which with the help of problem statement we can able to define our target variable, and remaining all other variables are considered as independent variables. Okay, so guys, with this I'm done with today's session. So in the next session we will look at how to install the R programming and how we are going to load the data in R and process the data with the programming scripts. Okay, so hope to see you in the next session. So till then, happy learning.